Hello, North Country soccer fans, and welcome. Soccer fans, Sam, you know, I just got off doing the soccer 10 days ago. North Country basketball fans, I'm still in training here on the transition. It is December 2nd, 2009, and it's opening night here in MVAC action between the Chazy Eagles and the Schroon Lake Wildcats. Chazy is coming into this game, obviously with a 0-0 record, as well as Schroon Lake. So, Sam, they're all even right now, even through the first 20 seconds of the first opening bell here.
They're undefeated this year.
Both teams are undefeated right now. And right now it's Schroon Lake with the ball. It goes back over to Bowen. Bowen goes into the paint, goes off to the left side over to Whitty. Whitty goes down over to Parker, or actually it's Subra. And there's the three-pointer by number 41, Bowen, rebounded by Chazy, and that would have been Olivia Seymour with the rebound, gives it up over to Latchmore. Latchmore crosses the center line, looks to the right side, looks left, loses her dribble, but gives it up over to Cooper. Cooper driving down the line, Trombley sets the pick, trying to find Trombley underneath, turnover for Chazy, and it's into the hands of Bowen. Bowen will work her way up into the Chazy half of the court here, goes left side over to Whitty. Whitty will come back over to Bowen. Bowen at the top of the key. Chazy is into a man-to-man and into a zone defense, so they're kind of mixing it up here early on. And Latchmore lets Whitty alone. They got to get on her. She has a nice shot here for Schroon Lake. And anything beyond the paint, they got to go out and put a little pressure on them. Good defense by Cooper. Cooper goes into the inside to Armstrong. A nice play by Reynolds, but taken away by Armstrong. And Chazy's defense has them turn the ball over on the 30-second clock. So good defense here for Chazy in the first quarter. It's 6:25 here. We're early in the first quarter. We have no score in this MVAC action here on the 2nd of December 2009 here at the home of the Eagles in Chazy. It's Reynolds over to Latchmore. Latchmore down to Trombley. Trombley in the paint. Goes up. She's blocked by Bowen. Reynolds takes the ball. It's a jump ball. And the official to the near side is Steve Parker. On the other side is Jim Schutz. So those are our officials for tonight's game. The arrow favored Schroon Lake. And it was Bessie getting the ball into Bowen. Bowen goes down to Whitty. Whitty comes back to Bowen. Bowen crosses into Chazy territory over to Whitty. Whitty on the left side back to Bowen. Chazy moving well in their 2-3 zone here. And ball movement here by the Wildcats. Nice defense by Cooper. Down to 11 seconds. Again, Chazy putting some strong defense. So Whitty will get the shot off. No, she sends it back to Bowen. Bowen squares up, and it's rebounded by Seymour. Seymour pushes all the way up over to Cooper. Cooper takes the shot, and Sinead Cooper nails the 10-footer. And Chazy scores the first 2 points of the season here against Schroon Lake. Full court pressure here by Chazy. Bowen's handling the ball here, and she's called for a double dribble, so good defense by Cooper to force the double dribble. Chazy gets the turnover, and it'll be Cooper getting the ball in, and it's pressure here by the Wildcats. And they're returning the favor. It goes into Latchmore. Back over to Reynolds. Megan Reynolds with the ball. Gives it back to Latchmore. Over to Seymour. Seymour squares up. She's short. It will go out of bounds. And it will be a turnover here for Chazy. 5:11 to go here in the first quarter. Chazy with a 2-0 lead. Full court pressure. Reynolds guarding Bowen. Double teamed by Latchmore. Back over to Bessie. Bessie back to Bowen. Taken by Cooper. Cooper goes up for a shot. She's blocked. Latchmore gets the rebound. Back over to inside to Seymour. And nice glove movement. Sinead Cooper did a nice pass into Olivia Seymour. 4-0 Chazy. And the press is working for the Eagles. And it gets into the hands of Whitty. Whitty has it knocked away. Latchmore hustles. And good hustle by Latchmore. It goes off of her. So it'll be Schroon Lake ball deep into their territory. And the coach for Schroon Lake wants to talk this over. The girls are having trouble with the press. So we have 4:48 to go. Timeout, Schroon Lake. We're back from the timeout. And the ball gets into Subra. It's into the hands of Bowen. Bowen goes over. She finds number 2 Armstrong. Good defense by Chazy. And stolen by Cooper. No, good hustle here from both teams, and the arrow should favor the Eagles. It does. And it'll be Sinead Cooper taking the ball out. Schroon Lake is into a full court press. Trombley gets the ball back over to Reynolds. Nice break by the Eagles to break the press. And that would be a carry by Megan Reynolds. And checking into the game here is Tallman for Schroon Lake. Coming out of the game is Ashley Subra. And there's the full court pressure here from Chazy. Out to Whitty. Whitty guarded by Gay, or Seymour. And Whitty has some room. She'll square up. And the rebound goes in. There's a battle for the ball. Latchmore ties it up with Armstrong, and the arrow favors Schroon Lake. So underneath the Chazy basket is Schroon Lake. Goes to the outside. Shot up. Goes into the hands of Trombley. Outlets it over to Sinead Cooper. Cooper running the floor. Back to Latchmore. Inside to Trombley. Trombley tried to find Cooper, taken away by number 41, Bowen. And Bowen crosses the center court, top of the key. Goes far side over to Whitty. Whitty back over to Bowen. Bowen back to Whitty. Bowen goes into the paint, into the arms of Armstrong. Back to Whitty. Whitty squares up. She misses, rebounded by Trombley. And she is fouled by number 2, Armstrong. Becca Armstrong called for the foul. So we have 3:32 here left in the first quarter. Chazy with a 4-0 lead. Come back into the game is Ashley Subra. Coming out of the game is number 5, Liz Bessie. Both teams are doing a full court press here in the first quarter. Latchmore with the ball will now take it up. She's being guarded by Whitty. Whitty has a pick set by Trombley. And Latchmore with the ball. Chazy will set up in the offensive end here. She loses her dribble. Over to Olivia Seymour. Inside to Latchmore. Latchmore off the paint. She misses it. And it goes into the hands of number 2, Armstrong. And a foul on Seymour. So the foul on Seymour. And it will be full court pressure here by the Eagles. Ball goes into Bowen. Bowen is the playmaker here for Schroon Lake. And nice ball movement here to break the press. And it's 0-0. Tallman with the ball, gives it up over to Bowen. Bowen goes to baseline, try over to Armstrong. Armstrong tries to go back to Bowen. She gets it up over to Tallman. Tallman goes to the right side over to Whitty. She goes baseline to number 35, Subra. Subra goes inside. Nice move by Armstrong. No, she's called for the travel. So again, Schroon Lake is not on the board with 2:49 to go. Chazy with a 4-0 lead. And it's Cooper gets it into Latchmore. Latchmore taking it up the court. Crosses center court, being guarded closely by Whitty. And Latchmore has it taken away, and she's fouled. Taken by Whitty, fouled by Latchmore, so more of a frustration foul on Devin Latchmore. With 2:37 to go here in the first quarter. Opening night in MVAC action. It is the 2nd of December 2009. I'm Joey Trombley calling tonight's action. On the camera is Sam Castine here in Chazy. Nice play to the baseline. Goes up for the shot. Goes into the hands of Reynolds. Reynolds gets it up over to Seymour. Pushes it up over to Trombley. Tips it up over to Cooper. And picked up by Seymour. Seymour over to Reynolds. Megan Reynolds with the ball. Being guarded by Whitty. Or by Subra, I should say. In the paint to Seymour, back over to Reynolds. And an off, or an illegal screen, they say, the second foul on Seymour. With 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. So 2 on Seymour. There should be substitutions coming in here. And we have Hannah Latour ready to check in the game here. And here comes Bowen. She squares up. She misses it. Rebounded by Trombley. Pushes it out over to Reynolds. Reynolds on the fast break. Gives it up over to Latchmore. Picked by Reynolds. Over to Seymour. And Seymour is fouled by number 2, Becca Armstrong. And it'll be Chazy underneath the Schroon Lake basket here. And Vivoka is into the game for Armstrong. Cooper gets it into Reynolds. Over to Cooper. Spins with the shot. Misses it. Rebound Latchmore. She misses it. Comes into the hands of Latour. Back out over to Cooper. Cooper has it knocked away, or actually a foul on 0-0 Tallman. So Chazy underneath the basket with 1:30 here to go here in the first quarter. It is Cooper. Ball went over to Reynolds. Reynolds has the open look. Misses it. Goes into the hands of Bowen. Bowen being guarded by Trombley. Bowen running the floor. Looking to find somebody. Goes baseline over to number 0-0 Tallman. She crosses all the way over to Whitty. Whitty back over to Bowen. Bowen with the ball, looking to go inside, goes to the opposite side over to Whitty. Baseline shot, misses, rebound, and it goes off of Chazy. It looks like it went off of Latchmore, so underneath the basket is Schroon Lake with 1:05 to go here in the first quarter. Chazy with a 4-0 lead. Ball comes into Bowen. She gets the shot off, goes into the hands of Latchmore. Latchmore will run the floor. Going to go coast to coast, and it's knocked out of bounds by number 53, Mindy Whitty. So we have just under a minute here in the first quarter, 55.5 seconds to be exact. Cooper with the ball gets it into Trombley. Trombley back to Cooper. Cooper has position, gets a shot, misses it, and it goes into the hands of Tallman. Tallman called for the travel, and it'll be Chazy ball on the side. Inbounds play. Cooper gets it into Latchmore. Trying to get it over to Reynolds. She does. Reynolds being guarded by Subra. Reynolds squares up with a shot. And a 12-footer by Reynolds gives Chazy a 6-0 lead. And here comes Whitty. Trombley looking to get position. Nice shot by running one-hander Whitty over Trombley. And it's 6-2. And it's Reynolds with the ball with 25 seconds to go. Reynolds looking to run the floor. No foul called. Then it goes into the hands of Whitty. Whitty coming down. Chazy should have played the clock there looking for the last shot, but they came down and took a quick shot. And it was a miss and a rebound here by Schroon Lake. Whitty with the ball goes baseline. Taken away by Reynolds. 4 seconds to go. Throws it away, and the first quarter will come to an end. A very low-scoring first quarter here in Chazy, with the Eagles leading Schroon Lake 6-2. And we're starting the second quarter here in Chazy. Chazy takes the inbounds pass. It goes over to Latchmore. Now it's Schroon Lake into a zone defense. They were playing man-to-man before. Cooper gets it back over to Latchmore. Latchmore back to Cooper. Cooper takes the shot, and it will go out of bounds. So it will be a Schroon Lake ball here with 7:42 to go. We just started the second quarter. Chazy with a 6-2 lead. Full court pressure. Goes into the hands of Subra. She has it knocked away, but she recovers. Gets it back over to Bowen. Bowen lets the shot go up. Rebounded by number 2, Armstrong. Good hustle by Megan Reynolds to tie it up. And the arrow favors Schroon Lake, so it'll be Schroon Lake under Chazy basket. And they try to go inside, and it's Reynolds is there again. Another jump ball, so now it will favor Chazy. So Megan Reynolds doing a good job defensively, tying up the Wildcats. And it will be Sinead Cooper. Full court pressure here by the Wildcats. It goes into Latchmore. They're playing the zone. Full court pressure over to Trombley. Inside, will try to find Seymour, and it was intercepted by Subra, but she traveled with the ball. So it'll be Chazy underneath the basket. It'll be Sinead Cooper taking the throw in here for Chazy. And it's Seymour squares up. She misses it, and it's rebounded by number 41, Bowen. Bowen running the floor, looking up, and baseline she has Tallman. Tallman shoots the ball, and it's rebounded by Seymour over to Reynolds, over to Latchmore. Latchmore coming up the court far side, goes to the top of the key to Cooper. Cooper comes near side over to Trombley, back over to Cooper. Cooper over to Latchmore. Latchmore tried to go to baseline, trying to find Reynolds. She does. All the way back to the top of the key, coming over to Trombley. Trombley in the paint, gets a shot off. Rebounded by Latchmore. She gets a shot off, and it's rebounded by Trombley. Pushes it up over to Cooper. Back over to Reynolds. Over to Cooper, inside to Seymour. She gets a shot off, in and out, and it's rebounded by number 35, Subber, gives it up over to Bowen. Bowen running the floor, looking to take it all the way. Trombley cutting the path off, gives it back over to number 35, Subber, over to Whitty, over to Tallman. Tallman back over to Whitty. Bowen take a three-pointer, and good position by Devin Latchimore for a position, and it was knocked out of bounds by Tallman. So we have 6:13 to go here in the second quarter. Chazy leading Schroon Lake 6-2 on opening night in the MVAC action here. It is Latchimore, has it knocked away, and it'll go to Chazy at midcourt. And Sinead Cooper with the taking the ball in here for Chazy, gets it up over to Latchimore. Right side over to Reynolds, down to the baseline to Trombley, back to Reynolds. Reynolds goes barrel at baseline. She goes to square up, but she's called for a travel. And coming into the game is Bessie. Coming out of the game is Tallman for Schroon Lake. Bessie gets it into Bowen. Chazy playing a zone defense, and they break it and all the way down. So nice break here by the Wildcats. They don't finish the play on the layup, but a nice break of the full court pressure here by Schroon Lake. Chazy with the ball. It's Cooper. Cooper goes right side over to Latchimore. Latchimore down low over to Seymour. Seymour baseline. She's guarded strong by Bessie. Or Armstrong, and it's knocked out of bounds by Whitty, so it'll be Chazy ball. Cooper will go over and take it in for the Eagles, far side. She gets it down baseline over to Latchimore, and she's fouled by, it looks like number 2, is what it looks. Number 2, Becca Armstrong. So down low, it will be Chazy, Sinead Cooper. Chazy setting up for an inbounds play. Over to Reynolds. Reynolds trying to save it. Knocked out by Bowen. And it'll be Chazy ball at midcourt. And coming into the game is Livorka. Coming out of the game is Becca Armstrong. Trombley at the top of the key. Back over to Cooper. Goes down the baseline to Latchimore. Latchimore gets a shot off. Rebounded by Trombley. Trombley goes up. Gets it up there. Taken by Seymour to Latchimore. Cooper gets the shot off. She goes off the backboard and in. So nice shot by Sinead Cooper. It is now 8-2 Chazy. And the ball goes into number 35, Subra, being guarded by Trombley. And they're calling a foul on Sagan Trombley with 4:57 to go here in the second quarter. Bowen with the ball crosses midcourt, goes right side to Whitty. Whitty back to Bowen. Bowen goes left side over to Bessie. Bessie back to Bowen. Bowen goes into the paint, into the hands of Vervoka. Now it's down to the baseline, and it goes off the hands of Subra. And Cooper gets it in over to Reynolds. Megan Reynolds gets it back over to Cooper. Cooper running the floor, being guarded by Whitty. Back over to Megan Reynolds. Goes right side to Cooper. Over to Trombley baseline. Inside to Seymour. Seymour taking it in. Trying to get a shot off. But there's a hole, looks like, on Whitty. So underneath for Chazy with 4:23 to go here in the second quarter, in a very low-scoring game here. Chazy leading Schroon Lake 8-2. Baseline, Seymour squares up. Nice look by Olivia Seymour, and she drains it. So it's now 10-2 Chazy, full court pressure. Intercepted, good pressure on the full court pressure by Chazy, down to Trombley, over to Cooper. Cooper takes it off the glass from Trombley. So nice play by the Eagles. They now go up 12-2. And Schroon Lake having trouble with the full court pressure here from Chazy. And it is number 35 Subber with the ball, back over to Bowen. Bowen switches sides, goes all the way over to Whitty. Whitty back to Bowen. Bowen into the paint, back out to number 53 Whitty. Whitty to Bowen. Bowen squares up. She has the look. She misses it. Taken by Reynolds. Reynolds with the ball. will now cross midcourt with 3:40 to go. She gets it up over to Latchmore. Latchmore down low to Seymour. Seymour again goes baseline. She misses it, but nice rebound by number 35, Subra. Gets it up over to Vivorka, over to Bowen. Bowen taking it up, is coming over to help out into the paint. Seymour's there. She gets the shot off, and rebound by Schroon Lake into the hands of Whitty. Whitty with the ball being guarded by Reynolds. Whitty looking to square up, comes back to Bowen. Bowen looking inside, she finds Vivorka. She goes right or left side over to Whitty. Whitty called for the travel. With 3:04 here to go in the second quarter, the Lady Eagles leading the Wildcats 12-2. Megan Reynolds with the ball out over to Seymour, underneath to Trombley. Trombley takes it off the backboard. She misses it, gets a rebound, misses it, and Trombley called for the foul. That will be Trombley's second foul with 2:55 to go. And coming into the game for Schroon Lake is Tallman. She needs her inhaler. And we're back here. It will be Schroon Lake underneath their own basket. Goes into the hands of Bessie. Bessie back over to Bowen. Bowen breaks the press over to 53, Whitty. Whitty tries to go underneath. Nice play by Reynolds. Reynolds intercepts the ball. And she has it knocked away by Whitty. And it'll be Chazy ball underneath. With 2:41 to go, Chazy leading 12-2 here, opening night in MVAC action. Over to Seymour. Seymour driving baseline, looking to get the shot off, and she's fouled, and she makes the bucket on the baseline. She's fouled by Vivorka, and a chance for a three-point play here for Olivia Seymour, the old-fashioned way. And it will be Seymour. And nothing but net for Olivia Seymour, so three-point play for Olivia Seymour. It's 15-2 Chazy with 2:37 to go here in the second quarter. And it's Bowen with the ball. Bowen goes left side over to Whitty. Whitty goes low into the hands of Tallman, back into Bowen's hands. She switches up over to Bessie. Bessie back to Bowen. Bowen looking inside to Vivorka, back over to Bessie. Bessie has it blocked, taken away by Seymour. Out over to Trombley. Trombley keeps it in. Tried to find Cooper. And it goes off of the leg of Bessie. It'll be Chazy ball with 2:05 to go here in the second quarter. They lead 15-2. All the way down over to Latchmore. Over to Reynolds. Back out to Cooper. Cooper gets the shot up, and it's picked up by, we got a jump ball, and it favors Schroon Lake. Good hustle by Trombley defensively, tying up Vivorka. And we got a 30-second timeout for Schroon Lake with 1:52 to go in the second quarter. And we're back from the 30-second timeout. It's into the hands of Bowen. Bowen gets it up over to Whitty, and a foul on Megan Reynolds. And when you put full court pressure on, you will get fouls. There's no doubt about that. Goes into the hands of Bowen. Bowen now trying to find Whitty again, off the hands of Reynolds. And it'll be Bessie. Gets it up over to Bowen. Bowen into Chazy territory. Goes left side over to Whitty. Whitty back to Bowen. Bowen loses it. Latchmore diving for the ball, and we're going to have a jump ball. And the arrow favors, it would favor Chazy. They forgot to switch the arrow. And it's Cooper. Gets it in over to Seymour. Trying to go down to Trombley. Trombley tried to save it, but it goes out of bounds, so it'll be Schroon Lake ball with 1:26 to go. It's 15-2. Chazy intercepted by Reynolds over to Cooper. Cooper with the shot, in and out. And it will go off of Latchimore. So Schroon Lake will get the ball, and it goes into the hands of Bowen. Bowen pushes it up over to Tallman. Tallman back to Bowen. She crosses midcourt, goes left side over to Whitty. Back over to Bowen. Chazy playing their 2-3 zone, playing out toward the three-point line, so they're denying Schroon Lake, and they haven't gone inside yet. And there it is, Whitty with the shot. She misses it, and Trombley trying to tie him up. Goes into the hands of number 00, Tallman. She misses it, and it's knocked out of bounds by Whitty. Chazy will have the ball with 50.9 seconds to go here in the second quarter, into the hands of Latchimore. Latchimore gets it up over to Seymour. Seymour crosses center court. Back over to Latchimore. Over to Reynolds. Back over to Cooper. And it goes off the leg of number 5, Bessie. And I don't think you can pass to yourself, but she did there. She passed it, went back and grabbed it. So
Apparently can't dribble, right?
Yeah, I guess, but I don't think you can pass to yourself. But hey, it was one of those optical illusions there. It's like, did I see what I just saw? We have to roll back that tape there, Sam. It looked like she threw it and nobody went to it, so she grabbed it herself.
Yeah, but she hadn't dribbled it though, had she?
Yeah, but I don't think you can just pass it and then go run and get it. Maybe you can.
No, I don't know why. As long as you haven't dribbled it.
Yeah, you might be right. It's just you don't usually see that too often.
I see sometimes they throw it on top of the other guy's head and grab it to the other side.
Before it hits the ground?
No, after it hits.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, the first half has come to an end here in Chazy, with the Lady Eagles leading the Wildcats 15-2. And we're here to start the second half. Chazy had a very strong first half, leading Schroon Lake 15-2. And the ball comes into Armstrong. And it will be Schroon Lake going here from right to left here in the second half. It's a baseline over to Whitty. Whitty's got to get more into the game here. She didn't do much in the first half. It's been Bowen bringing the ball up for Schroon Lake. She goes to the top of the key, goes inside. Shot goes up. Nice defensive play by Trombley. Grabs the rebound, pushes it up over to Reynolds. Reynolds crosses midcourt. Inside to Seymour. Seymour goes all the way out to Cooper. Cooper down low to Trombley. Trombley gets the shot off the backboard. Taken by Trombley. And she lays it in. And it's 17-2 for Chazy. Again, the full court press. And here comes the Wildcats. And there's a travel on Bowen. And Sam, I'll say it today only because it is Sagan Trombley's birthday today, her 18th birthday, and she got her first points on her birthday. And she'll be very embarrassed that I said that on Calvin Vision, but I had to do it. You only turn 18. You only turn 18 once, Sam.
That's right.
And it's the birthday girl with the ball over to Latchimore, and it's knocked away by Whitty. Whitty gets up over to Bessie. Bessie will take it down the, and she, no travel there. She slid but kept her pivot foot in place, and it goes over to Tallman. Good ball movement. It's Bowen, goes into the paint, over to Armstrong, back over to Bessie. Bessie goes low over to Whitty. Whitty goes top of the key to Bowen. Bowen squares up, gets the shot off, and it's rebounded by Latchimore. She's tied up, and the arrow favors Chazy.
You could sing happy birthday to her on TV here.
I could, but then that would really embarrass her and embarrass me at the same time. So we'll stick to calling the play-by-play here. But Sam, it was a good idea, but I don't think I'm going to act on it. And Schroon Lake with the turnover, and it's pushed up into the hands of number 5, Bessie. Gives it back to Bowen. Bowen takes it into the paint. And nice play in the paint by Bowen. And now it's 17-4. They doubled it, just like it took them 2 minutes to do it, but they doubled their score. And it's Latchimore with the ball. And it's knocked away by Bowen with 5:55 to go here in the third quarter. Chazy leading Schroon Lake 17-4. Cooper trying to find Seymour. She does. Baseline. Seymour will be called for the travel. Took an extra step there going down baseline. So turnover on Chazy, and it will be a full court press again here by Chazy. Bowen with the ball. and she's called for a travel. So the full court pressure worked for Chazy there. They forced the turnover, and it'll be Cooper on the far side taking it out for Chazy with 5:48 to go here in the third quarter. It is opening night in MVAC action. Seymour takes it. A nice drive by Olivia Seymour. 19-4 Chazy. Here it's the 2nd of December. That's a crazy foul by Reynolds. When you're at midcourt, there's no reason to play that tight of a defense. They're not going to hurt you out there, and Megan Reynolds will learn from that.
Coach might tell her.
Huh?
Coach might probably talk to her about that.
Well, Megan will probably watch it one day, channel surfing on Calvin Vision, and go, you know what? I probably shouldn't do that. And the ball goes down low. But you know, Sam, it's easier said than done when we're just sitting here. We aren't tired. We aren't sweaty.
Yeah.
And there's another foul on Cooper. And underneath the Chazy basket. Chazy trying to plug the middle. They go off to, it goes into the hands of Bowen. Bowen goes into the paint to number 2 Armstrong. She goes in hard, knocked away by Seymour. And probably fouled by Seymour, I think. 1-0, it is Seymour. I think that's her 3rd foul. So it'll be a 2-shot foul, and it will be Becca Armstrong going to the line for 2. In and out on the first one. And it doesn't count. They cross the line. And it's Cooper. Cooper trying to go through traffic, has it knocked away, picked up by Latchmore, over to Seymour. Seymour squares up, gets the shot off, rebounded by Cooper. Cooper has it taken away by number 5, Bessie. Bessie being double teamed. Back over to Whitty. Whitty trying to find number 2, Armstrong. And it's knocked away by the Chazy defense. So underneath the Chazy basket. And for Chazy, we have Sheila Nesbitt coming into the game. Coming out of the game is Seymour. He goes in double zero with Tallman. Number 41, Bowen. Over to Tallman. Tallman back to Bowen. Bowen goes right side over to 5, Bessie. Bessie back over to Bowen. Bowen into the paint. Nice defensive play by Nesbitt. And also into the game is Emily Keeble. And nice tie-up by Nesbitt and Keeble. And it will be a arrow-favored Schroon Lake. And the ball comes into double zero Tallman. She gets it up over to Bowen. And the 30-second clock stops. A nice defensive effort by Chazy. And a turnover for Schroon Lake. It will be Cooper to Latchmore. With 4:30 to go here in the third quarter, the Eagles with a 19-4 lead. Over to Keeble. Keeble tried to find Nesbitt, turns it over, and a foul on Keeble. That'll be Schroon Lake on the taking it out near midcourt far side. Ball comes into Bowen. And Mr. Schutt says reset the shot clock. Let's take it out again. And it goes into the hands of Bessie. Back over to Bowen. Bowen into the paint, gets a shot off. And she nails the bucket. And now it's 19-6 Chazy. Schroon Lake pulls off the full court press, and it goes into Latchmore. Latchmore crosses midcourt over to it would have been Keeble. She turns it over and gets her second quick foul. And Jory Cooper looking to check into the game. And she comes in for Keeble. And it goes into the hands of Bowen. Bowen across midcourt, goes near side double zero Tallman. Tallman inside to number 2 Armstrong. Armstrong with the shot, she makes it. It's now 19-8. 3:45 to go here in the third quarter. It's Devin Latchmore with the ball. Latchmore goes all over to Cooper. Cooper gets the shot off and rebounded by Trombley. Trombley takes it up off the glass, misses it, rebounded by Trombley. We have a jump ball. And the arrow favors Schroon Lake. At the desk. It's their first game of the year, so they got a little rust working right now.
Right.
But they'll get that arrow clock working before the end of the game. And Cooper gets it into Reynolds. Reynolds with the shot, hits the rim, and it goes off of Schroon Lake. It'll be Chazy's ball underneath the basket. And it's Jory Cooper taking the ball in here for Chazy. Trying to find Trombley. Ball tied up. And it will go to Schroon Lake with 3:17 to go here in the third quarter. And full court pressure. Trombley trying to take it. Trombley jump ball, and it'll be favor Chazy this time. So the pressure worked for the Eagles there with 3:13 to go in the third. Cooper getting the ball in over to Reynolds. She loses her dribbles, goes down to Nesbitt. Nesbitt with the shot. Nice shot by Sheila Nesbitt off the glass. And it's 21-8 Chazy. And it is Bowen trying to break the press, going down to number 2. And good hustle and good defensive play by Nesbitt. And it will be Schroon Lake underneath the Chazy basket with 2:56 to go in the third. Chazy leading 21-8. Ball comes into Bowen. Bowen trying to take it to the paint, goes back over to Whitty. Whitty pushes it up over to Tallman. Back over to Bowen. Bowen with the ball. Looking to penetrate. She does. Bowen takes it right in. She's fouled going up. And the foul is on Latchmore, it looks like. So it'll be a 2-shot foul. And Bowen going to the line for 2. She makes the first one. And coming out is Nesbitt. Coming in is Seymour. She makes both of them. It's now 21-10. And it will be Reynolds with the ball. She gets it in over to Latchmore. Latchmore takes it across midcourt. Trying to find Seymour, thrown away, picked up by number 2, Armstrong. Armstrong, nice job left-handed, misses it. And it's red ball. With 2:26 to go here in the third quarter. Ball into Bowen. She takes the shot up. Nice rebound, nice shot. Rebounded by Latchmore. And the arrow favors Schroon Lake with 2:20 to go here in the third. Bowen has it knocked away by Trombley. Ball all the way out to Whitty, back to Bowen. Bowen goes inside to Armstrong. Armstrong trying to find Whitty, taken by Trombley. Trombley taking it, looking to go full court here. Gives it up over to Jory Cooper. Cooper back, and she's called for a travel. Tried to find Seymour. Good pressure here by Chazy. It's Whitty with the ball being guarded by Reynolds. Trombley comes over to help out, over to Bowen. Bowen takes a three-pointer. She misses that nice rebound by number 2 Armstrong, and she's fouled by Latchmore. Now we have Jory Cooper coming into the game. She misses the first one, and it is Sinead Cooper coming in for her sister Jory. In and out on the second one. Nice hustle by Armstrong to get her own rebound. Bowen is double teamed, picked up by Cooper. Cooper looking up. Gets it up over to Reynolds. Reynolds does a nice job, just misses it. Trombley with the rebound. And nice hustle by Trombley. It'll be Chazy ball underneath the basket with 1:38 to go here in the third quarter. Seymour squares up, baseline, misses it into the hands of Armstrong. Back to Armstrong with the ball, gets by Cooper, gives it back over to Bowen. And nice pick by Armstrong, gets the ball from Bowen, goes baseline, and it goes off of Latchmore. With 1:19 to go here in the third, Chazy with an 11-point lead. And nice play by Cooper. Gives it up over to Reynolds, back to Cooper. Nice play by the Chazy Eagles. And they missed the layup, but nice give and go. And it'll be Chazy ball underneath the basket of Schroon Lake with 1:07 to go. Chazy leading 21-10. I'm Joey Trombley calling tonight's action. Sam Castine on the camera for Hometown Cable. And the ball out to Reynolds. And we have another jump ball. And the arrow favors Schroon Lake. So a lot of jump balls here in this third quarter. Ball comes in over to Whitty. Whitty gets it up over to Talman. Talman over to Armstrong. Nice play by Armstrong. Trombley with the rebound.
Rough on her birthday.
Both fighting for the ball, and going down is, she went down hard. Is number 2, Armstrong. And it's Cooper getting it into Latchmore. Well, Sam, I think she thought it was a birthday present and it was going to be taken away from her. What do you think?
That way.
She wasn't giving it up. That was on Latchmore. That could be her 4th.
We're in the bonus here now.
And now we're in the bonus, and that's never good when you're the team that's
right.
That it's being
fouling in this quarter.
Yeah, so that's not good for Chazy.
These girls start hitting from the foul line, Chazy's going to be in trouble.
Well, I hope your vision isn't right, Sam. Well, of course, I'm talking through Chazy rose-colored glasses here. But there's the first one you talked about. It's now a 10-point game, 21-11 Chazy. They had a 13-point lead at the half, but now Schroon Lake has cut it down to 10. Hits the rim, and it's Reynolds. Does a nice job to shield the shooter. 38 seconds here in the quarter, 23 on the shot clock. Over to Cooper. Nice pick by Reynolds inside to Trombley, over to Seymour. Seymour misses the layup. The nice ball movement picked up by Latchmore. Over to Reynolds. Cooper gets it over to Trombley, trying to find Reynolds. Over to Latchmore. Latchmore gets the shot off. And it's off of Trombley with 8.3 seconds to go. Full court pressure here by the Eagles. And you got to be careful, Sam, because you foul them, it's one-on-one, so you don't want to foul them this full court pressure.
Especially if they make the first, miss the second, get the rebound and put it in.
That'd be really bad. We have 4.7 seconds to go. Bad for Chazy, good for Schroon Lake. So it depends what side of the aisle you're on.
That's right.
And the ball goes all the way into Whitty. Whitty will try to get a shot off. She does. And the third quarter will come to an end. And it favored Schroon Lake. Only had scored 2 at the half. Scored 9 in the third. Chazy scored 6. So it was 9-6. Schroon Lake outscoring Chazy. But they trail in the game 21-11 going into the fourth. And we're back to start the fourth quarter. Full court pressure here by Schroon Lake. Comes into Trombley. Gives it up to Latchmore. Latchmore goes baseline, trying to get a shot off. Gives it up over to Trombley. Trombley saves it from going out. Trombley trying to get up to Latchmore. She does. Has it stolen away. Bowen with the ball. Looking to go end-to-end here. Trombley comes back. Nice defensive play by Trombley to disrupt Bowen. And taken away by Reynolds. Bowen, good hustle. Gets it up over number 5, Bessie. And that'll be a frustration foul on Reynolds, number 14. So they're back to 1-1. And a whole quarter of 1-on-1s can be very, very dangerous. I mean, that's early to get in a 1-on-1 situation with like a minute and a half left in the third. Violation on the shooter, so turnover. Again, full court pressure, so Schroon Lake's not going to let Chazy walk away with this easily. And knocks into Jory Cooper's hand. She was on the bounce, so the full court pressure worked for Schroon Lake. Ball comes out to Bowen. She squares up. Bowen makes the bucket. It's now a 8-point ball game with 7:20 to go. Cooper trying to get it to Latchmore, and Latchmore called for a foul, and that could be either, that could even be her 5th, if not her 4th, at least, if not her 5th. Now they're in a double, Sam, so it's 2 shots no matter what.
This is not good. If you're Chazy.
Yeah. And Bowen makes the bucket. It's now a 7-point game.
A couple 3-pointers would make this awful close.
Yeah, it would, with 7:13 to go. She makes the second. 6-point game with 7 minutes to go. You can definitely see the momentum. The momentum has definitely shifted in Schroon Lake's favor. And Coach House does not like what she sees, so she calls a timeout with 7:13 to go. Schroon Lake within 6. So we're back from the timeout. Full court pressure here by Schroon Lake. Again, another turnover. Bowen comes up. 21-17. And it's Keeble. And a foul by Bowen. Trombley with the ball. Over to Seymour. Seymour taking it in. She's fouled going in by number 2, Armstrong. It's only a 4-point game. It can go either way right now. And it will be Seymour going to the basket for 2. Seymour misses the first one. Seymour makes the second one. It's a 5-point Chazy lead with 6:59 to go. Here comes Bowen. And Armstrong's out of the game. She fouled out. And going in is Subra. Goes into the hands of Bowen. Bowen goes near side over to Tallman. Far side over to Whitty. And it Comes over to number 2, Tallman. Tallman has it blocked by Cooper. Taken by Seymour. She tries to throw it up. Fouled by Tallman and Chazy. Will they be in the 1-on-1? Still no 1-on-1. So Chazy will get the ball. 5-point lead. 6:39 left to go here in the home opener. League opener for both teams here in Chazy. MVAC action. Seymour gives it up over to Keeble. Keeble grabs it, gives it up over to Reynolds, back over to Cooper. Sinead Cooper. Inside to Seymour. Seymour squares up with the shot. Short. And coming out of there is Whitty. Whitty with the ball, looking up, trying to find somebody. She does. She gets Tallman. Nice play by Seymour. Squares up to play defense. And Bowen will take the three-pointer. She misses it, and it's rebounded by Tallman. She goes up the shot. Tallman hits the baseline. It's 22-19 with 6:05 to go. Trombley pushes it up over to Seymour. Seymour goes up for 2. She makes the bucket, so good break of the press by the Eagles. It's back to a 5-point game. It is heating up here in the fourth quarter, end-to-end action. It is Whitty coming down. She gets it back to Bowen. Bowen goes to the baseline to Tallman. Tallman called for the travel. And timeout for Schroon Lake. And Schroon Lake surprisingly pulls off the full court press. It's Keeble taking it up for Chazy. Gets it over to Seymour. Seymour goes baseline to Cooper. Cooper squares up. Nice play. The only thing that didn't happen, they didn't make the basket. And it's out on red, so good hustle by Trombley underneath. And the ball taken away by number 5, Bessie. She gives it up over to Bowen. Bowen running the floor, being guarded by Cooper. Gives it up over to Bessie. Bessie goes baseline over to Tallman. Tallman back over to Bowen. Bowen in the paint. And it goes off the hands of Vervoka. Stolen by Chazy. Goes into Sinead Cooper's hands. Cooper with the ball. Slowing things up for Chazy. Trying to find Seymour. Seymour goes baseline over to Keeble. Back to Seymour. Nice give and go. Seymour misses the layup. But a nice pass by Keeble over to Seymour, and it goes off Schroon Lake player, so it'll be Chazy's ball with 4:52 to go. They're up by 5, 24-19 in the fourth quarter. Cooper calls the play. Tried to force it into Seymour, taken away by Whitty. Whitty running the floor. Looking to go, coming over defensively, goes to the running one-hander, and Whitty running one-hander baseline finds the rim and it drops in, so it's a 3-point Chazy lead. Sinead Cooper with the ball. Cooper going down baseline. She loses it to Bessie. Bessie gets it back over to Whitty. Whitty with the ball. Goes baseline to number Tallman. Gets a shot off, in and out, taken by Seymour. Over to Keeble. And from behind, Keeble loses it. And we have a jump ball that favors Chazy. Ball into Latchmore. Latchmore back into the game. Keeble out of the game. Latchmore forces it. Trombley ends up with it. Goes baseline over to Cooper. Cooper squares up. Misses the ball, or shot. Rebounded by Schroon Lake, and timeout called with 3:54 to go. Schroon Lake trailing by 3. And we're back from the timeout. Schroon Lake underneath their own basket. Chazy in a full court pressure here. Comes into Bowen. Bowen looking across midcourt. She does. It gives it up over to Whitty. Whitty top of key right side of Bowen. Bowen will square up for the three-pointer. And we're tied. 24 all. And Sam, who would have thunk it when it was 15-2 at the half? But Schroon Lake has come back to tie this game. Latchmore over to Cooper. Cooper goes baseline. Inside to Trombley. Trombley off the glass. Nice pass from Cooper to Trombley. Trombley makes the bucket. Chazy back up by 2. 26-24. Back over to Bowen. Bowen with the hot hand. Misses that one. Rebounded by Latchmore. and Latchmore has it knocked away, and somehow Latchmore still ends up with it, knocked away by Bowen, and Reynolds turns it over with 3:04 to go. Ball into Whitty's hands. Whitty back to Bowen. Bowen pushes it back to Whitty. Whitty in the paint, gets the shot off. Rebounded by Trombley. Follows the jump ball. Favors Schroon Lake. Underneath the Chazy basket, they trail by 2. Ball out taken by Reynolds. Reynolds looks to take it all the way herself. Nice defensive play by Bowen. Gives it up to Whitty. Whitty taking the ball up. Pushes it back to Bowen. Bowen with the three-pointer. Hits the rim into Reynolds' hands. Reynolds with the ball. And we have 2:25 to go here. She goes left side over to Cooper. Sinead Cooper with the ball. Slowing things up over to Trombley. Trombley over to Latchmore. Latchmore saves it. Latchmore baseline going back to Trombley. Trombley in the paint, gets a shot off. She misses it, and it's knocked out of bounds off of Latchmore. It'll be Schroon Lake ball. We're exactly at the 2-minute mark here left in the game. Chazy with a 2-point lead, and another timeout by the Schroon Lake coach. And we're back from the timeout. Full court pressure here by the Eagles, and it pays off. Stolen by Reynolds. She gets a shot off, in and out. Trombley's got the position. Trombley takes it up, and she'll go to the line for 2. So Reynolds went in and out. Trombley grabbed the rebound. Her ball went in and out, but she'll go to the line for 2 with 1:53 to go. Trombley makes the first one. It's now a 3-point game, a 1-point possession, or a 1-possession game for Schroon Lake. Big basket here coming up for Trombley. She gets the second one. So it's now a 2-possession game, 28-24. It's Whitty with the ball. She's going into space. She takes the shot. She misses it. It's off the hands of Trombley. And number 5, Bessie tried to save it, knocks it out of bounds. So Cooper will take the ball for Chazy. And a foul on 50. And we must be in a 1-on-1 yet. No 1-on-1 yet. Turnover from Chazy with 1:39 to go. Ball goes into Bowen's hands. Bowen goes baseline over to 0-0. Trombley can't save it as Tallman was short, so it'll be Schroon Lake ball underneath the Chazy basket. It goes into the hands of Whitty. Whitty all the way out over to Tallman. Tallman looking for Bowen. Bowen with the ball. Goes inside to Whitty. Whitty baseline running one-hander. Whitty takes it off the glass. It's now 28-26 with 1:15 to go. Cooper taking the ball in, gets it up over to Latchmore. Latchmore trying to go down baseline. It's Latchmore. She has it knocked away by Whitty into Bowen's hands. Bowen loses it over to Reynolds. Reynolds looking to take the ball up. She's fouled by number 53, Whitty. And we are now in a 1-on-1 situation. So Megan Reynolds will go to the line for a 1-on-1. The Eagles lead by 2 with 59.6 seconds. So basically 1 minute left here in the game.
These foul shots are important right now.
She misses that one. It goes into the hands of Bowen. And Schroon Lake coming down offensive, looking to take the lead or to tie the game here. And it's Whitty with the ball. Loses her dribble, and timeout called by Schroon Lake with 45.9. So he's going to draw up an offensive play here. And we'll be back after the timeout. And it's Whitty taking the ball out for Schroon Lake into the hands of Bowen. Bowen driving, trying to get the shot off. It goes off of Chazy. It'll be Schroon Lake's ball underneath, inbounds play. Ball goes into Bowen. Bowen back out over to Tallman. Tallman goes right side to Whitty. Whitty looking to square up, gives it up to number 5, Bessie. She misses it. And defensively, Chazy plays him defensively. So 31 seconds left here in the game, 30 on the shot clock. Oh, wow. And Chazy's lucky on that one. Cooper will go to the line for a one-on-one. Well, Sam, you say these are big. Can they make this one?
He's got to make this one.
And she does. Cooper makes that one. So it's a one-possession game. This is a big one here because it becomes a two-possession game.
That's right.
And Shanae Cooper steps up big time here for the Eagles. It's a 30-26 lead with 26 seconds to go. And here comes, there's Whitty with the shot. In and out, rebounded by Seymour. And we have a jump ball tied up by number 15, the Verka. So Chazy will take the inbounds pass here. They're up by 4. And a full timeout by Coach House with 18.8 to go. It's over with, but we're back from the timeout, and Sam and I were talking. Schroon Lake has got a foul as soon as Chazy gets the ball in. And they do. And there's a foul. And so a good call by the coach, foul by Tallman. So going to the line is Olivia Seymour.
Lucky for one-on-one intentional.
Yeah, she.
You know it was.
Well, I mean, she only took her forearms and pushed her from behind.
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't look too obvious.
No.
I say that jokingly. And Seymour makes, so Chazy does a good job at the end of the game to make take advantage of their one-on-one situations. Cooper made 2 in a row. Seymour makes this one.
That was risky, making that foul. I wouldn't have done it. Did you see what it did?
And she misses the second, goes into Bessie's hands. Bessie coming down, trying to control. Back over to Whitty. She gets the shot off, front of the rim, into Latchimore's hand. With 1.2 seconds, Chazy will win their home opener here.
They know they played a game.
Well, they did. Schroon Lake had a good second half. Chazy wins their home opener 31-26 here against Schroon Lake. They were ahead 15-2 at the half, and they got outscored 24-16 in the second half, but they did enough to win this game. So 31-26, Chazy beats Schroon Lake on the 2nd of December 2009. It is Sagan Trombley's birthday gift, Sam.
Yeah.
And as you and Calvin like to say, that's the way it was in beautiful downtown Chazy.